Hi guys, welcome. So what we're going to do today is basically we are going to what we're going to do today is actually we're going to do a Ben Gurion approach.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet Cessna Hotel India Zulu.
We're going to do Ben Gurion approach on the localizer. Let's see if we'll be able to do it. And what we're trying to achieve is basically just to see if we can do our localizer approach first time. I never flew it before. It's my first time to approach Ben Gurion like that on localizer. I didn't fly directly. And what we're gonna do basically, we are. So first of all, they request us to go 5,000 and less, and we're already losing speed. Okay, so it's not fair. We just started our simulation. Okay, so let's put 5,000. I'm still on autopilot.
Climb and maintain flight level 190. Keep speed not above 250 knots. Generic 815.
So you're supposed to see my mouse moving right now.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu. Please expedite your descent 5,000 feet.
Okay, so altitude twice and minus 600, and of course I'm going to remove our RPM, and we're going to do the GPS for now, navigation nav, and let's see, we're on GPS. Okay, and let's see. Okay.
Generic 815, climb and maintain flight level 190. Keep speed not above 250 knots.
So what we're going to do right now, first of all, we're going to start, of course, we have fuel, both, we have temperature, oil pressure, vacuum here, as you can see, amps, and fuel flow, great. Okay, let's see how many degrees right now outside, 11 degrees. So we're all looking great, we're on GPS. And we have around, let's see how much we have for flight plan. We have around 26 nautical miles.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu, please expedite your descent 5,000 feet.
So initial approach fix, we have 33 nautical miles, and runway 21, we have 42 nautical miles, so it's around 20 minutes in the speed of 100, maybe more. Perfect. So, 1 second, let's remove everything. No. So what we're going to do right now, first of all, I have a question for you guys before we're even going to start. So do you know what is best to do? VFR approach was easier, sorry, to do. What is easier to do, VFR approach or easier to do ILS approach? It's a tricky question. I'm going to answer it in the end. Once again, let me. They're speaking a lot.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Keep speed not above 230 knots. Expect ILS runway 21 approach by TATF transition.
Okay, so it's 21 approach. What we're gonna do is like that.
Generic 815 climb. Tel Aviv Center Sky Dubai 1550 is passing 1,200 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
So here we are right now. I'm just showing you right now where we're located. I'm gonna remove the volume a little bit because we need to speak. So what we're gonna do, we have a next turn, as you can see here, in 2 nautical miles. Okay, I think they spoke to me right now. Yes, Hotel India Zulu. Okay, so I need to go right now to approach. Let's go. Let's listen.
To 131.1 Cessna Hotel India Zulu.
Okay, let's go to the approach.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Keep speed. Ben Gurion approach Cessna 4 X-ray Hotel India Zulu is at 6,200 feet, descending 5,000 feet.
Okay, we're gonna turn right now.
Cessna 4 X-ray Hotel India Zulu, Ben Gurion approach QNH 29.78. Continue to Canner as planned.
Okay, so we need to go to Canner, and I'm gonna click Control B. Basically, you can see the barometrical was incorrect, so the altitude right now will be much more accurate. So we also always need to check, especially when we're near the ground. It's supposed to be spot on. Otherwise, 300 feet, it's a huge difference between on the runway and not reaching the runway. Okay. While we're doing everything, we need to bridge our approach because we're still need to go to Canner. and it's great to listen to ATC, sorry, to ATIS. So let's see if we have time to listen to ATIS. I'm gonna go to info, ATIS 1 to 1.55, 55, 1 to 1.5. Let's see if we can do it. We have time, 1 to 1.55. Okay, and let's listen to it right now quickly. No, sorry. Let's see if we have 80s in the sim. If we don't, we have here another one, 132.5. So let's do 132.5. Maybe this one will work, but 80s is quite important for us because we want to try and understand what's going on with the wind.
Gurion Airport information,
great.
Alpha 0800 Zulu. Wind 235 at 6. Visibility 6. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,400 feet. Temperature 27. Dew point 10. QNH 29.80. ILS runway 21 in use. Landing and departing runway 26. DFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise control.
Perfect. Okay, so we have alpha and basically we have wind 236, 230, something like that coming to us, and 6 knots or something like that. So we're quite okay. We can, I should write it, but we can listen to it once again, and we'll be able to say exactly how much is the wind.
Ben Gurion Airport information, Alpha 0800 Zulu. Wind 2. Ben Gurion Airport information, Alpha 0800 Zulu. Wind 235 at 6. Visibility 6. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,004.
Sorry, I was trying to do something different. Let's listen to it again.
Ben Gurion Airport information, Alpha 0800 Zulu. Wind 235 at 6. Visibility 6.
235 at 6. So basically it's on us, so we don't need to worry. It's only 6 nautical miles. Okay, we're reaching to Canner, and after it we have Tadov approach, initial approach, as you can see here, initial approach fix. So after Canner we're supposed to get to Tadov. So before we're gonna start, I have like 1 minute to do a quick approach. So here's our here's our 80s for arrival, 132.5, what we just did here. Ben Gurion arrival runway 131.1, we're gonna get it later. Ben Gurion approach 120.5, we're gonna change it in a minute.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu, you are 15 miles north. Keep speed not above 230 knots. Expect localizer runway 21 approach via Tadov transition. Clear to Tadov.
So I'm already clear to Tadov, so I can go and click clear to Tadov and start my initial approach. 1 second. Activate. Okay, so we're already turning to Tadov. So basically, as you can see here, we're going back to Tadov, and it's our initial approach point. So what we wanted to show here, I actually want to do only localizer without.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu, did you hear my last transmission? Keep speed not above 230 knots. Expect localizer runway 21 approach via Tadov transition. Clear to Tadov Cessna Hotel India Zulu.
So I want to do only localizer without GPS, and I want to do all this procedure. So Galov to 600, 2600, and then we have like a slope, and we're gonna go 100, so it's 548 nautical miles, and we have 1490, 1500. Let's say we need to be 4 nautical miles before our touchdown, and 2 nautical miles before touchdown. We're supposed to be
approach, Magic Sun 839er is
at
passing
MDA.
6,800
Okay,
feet, descending 5,000 feet.
so our MDA here,
Magic Sun 839er, Ben Gurion approach QNH 29.79er.
our MDA here is 930. So 2 nautical miles was supposed to be at 930. So let's do like normal brief right now. Ben Gurion Tower we have already 132.1. We're gonna, it's our final. I can right now actually what I need to do in real life 132.1, because after we're gonna finish our approach, we need to be on 1.32.1. So we're ready for them. At that's arrival. But we're right now, sorry, approach 120. We're right now, we need to be on Ben Gurion Town 1.3.6. 1.3.6 because we're already on, we're speaking with approach. Okay, 1.3.6, perfect. So we have the best way, as was explained, to do this explanation. So basically, we're flying right now, we're going to fly right now west. So while flying west, we have 2,500 minimums, and if we're going to fly east, we have 5,000 minimums just to keep us safe. So if we're going to fly to the east, is of course after we're going to MSA Ben Gurion VR. So once we go, here's Ben Gurion VR. So if you're gonna fly here, it's 5,000. If you're gonna fly here, it's 2,500. And you can see here's the heights already shown. Okay, missed approach. So before missed approach, localizer. One.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu traffic is 12 o'clock for miles at 5,100 feet generic. Report them in sight. Magic Sun 839er traffic is
yes,
12 o'clock 3 miles at 5,100
we have him on site.
Cessna Skyhawk.
Okay, so
report them in sight.
Let's report inside. Report traffic inside. Here
Cessna
it is.
Hotel India Zulu have the generic in sight.
Here he is. Okay.
Magic Sun 839er have the Cessna Skyhawk in sight.
839. 839.
Cessna
Yeah.
Hotel India Zulu traffic alert. 2 o'clock less than 1 mile 4,500 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Yes, we just reported them. Okay, traffic is inside.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Okay, let's descend. It's too much work here gathering around, so I'm not able to show you a little bit more stuff that I would like to do. Okay, and let's put 4,000 and we have another. Okay, so
Cessna Hotel India Zulu, did you copy?
yes, I'm copying. 1 second.
Magic Sun 839er descend and maintain 2,600 feet. Keep speed not above 185 knots.
So 1 second, we're gonna right now start our
Descend and maintain
approach.
4,000 feet Cessna Hotel India Zulu.
And with actually Galga, it's supposed to be on 2,600.
Descend and maintain 2,600 feet. Keep speed not above 185
That's
knots.
also
Magic Sun
2,600.
839er.
Betio, it's our next one, 4,000. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, we're gonna start from Tadov. Soon we're gonna do like turnaround, as you can see here. Next destination 102, and we're flying right now west. So full turnaround, and we need to vertical speed. Let's start diving into it. Okay, so basically we're turning right now. I'm still using autopilot, although it's better to use, of course, hand flying. That's what we're trying to do in simulations. And I want to have, I have ILS, but I'm gonna do localizer. So as I mentioned before, I'm not gonna grab the glide slope in the end. I just want to do the localizer and do steps by myself. So missed approach, initial climb to 5,000, climb straight ahead to DR1 to 1. Okay, so when if we're gonna miss, we're gonna fly to DR1. So DR1 is in the end of the runway.
You are 12 miles northeast of Ben Gurion.
Upon reaching 1,000, so basically not the end of the runway, but upon reaching 1,000, we need to turn left. Okay, we need to turn left and to Gemda. So we're gonna turn left and hold 5,000. So actually,
On 1 tree for decimal 6 Magic Sun 839er.
I would like to hold Gemda, but it's GPS, and I would like to do it with VOR. And unfortunately, yes, I have here 348. Do I have here a VOR anywhere to just practice the VOR? No, it just, unfortunately, it's not low. It's not VOR. It's just GPS. So 348 168. So as you can understand, here we have like a straight in approach to the holding. Okay, what else we need to know? So minimum 9,300, runway for AB at least 1,500 meters. How much runway do we have available here? Let's see. Set HPA, runway elevation 5, flight level is not RNAV required, DME required, ILSME okay, and runway to 1 threshold, circling not allowed. Okay. Ben Gurion, localizer DME 109.7. So we're already on 109.7 as you can see here. Okay, so we need to set 109.7, already set it up. And Ben Gurion VOR 113.5, but we're not going to use VOR, we're going to use the localizer DME. That's what is important for us. What else? So we're flying right now to Beteo. Beteo was supposed to be 4,000, maximum 203 knots, 102. Do we fly 102 right now? Let's do never leave unattended heading. So let's do 102. Perfect. What else? Let's see. What should I? Okay. Runway 134. Elevation. Above 50. Missed approach. We need to continue.
Cessna
Nice.
Hotel India Zulu, descend and maintain 2,600 feet. Keep speed not above 185 knots.
So we're already reaching Hadass. So let's descend to 2,600. And actually, I would like to do it without autopilot. I would like to start the procedures without autopilot. I'm just going to put myself a reminder 2,600, but I like to start without anything. And I want to go 102.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu, did you copy?
Yeah. Okay.
Descend and maintain 2,600 feet. Keep speed not above 185. Not Cessna
So
Hotel
you
India
can see
Zulu.
what we just did. We're going to soon turn to the right. So autopilot looks straight in. Let's see how it's going to be without the autopilot. 102. Also, we have a map, so we can. You know what? Let's remove the map, just to have it more accurate. So 102. Right now we're still on 102. Perfect. We're descending. Everything's look great. So at Hadass we're supposed to be next with Hadass 40 nautical miles, around 2 minutes. We're supposed to, we can see here, by the way, I don't want to show the GPS, so let's do the calculation like that. More than 2 minutes. Okay, we're flying away from our heading. Okay, let's keep our nose inside, but because I have too much work to do and I'll forget later on, so I'm gonna turn on the landing and the taxi lights. I'm gonna check the brakes. I'm gonna pull full mixture ready because we're reaching our 2,600 soon. What else? 102. Okay, so 102. Let's fly 102. So you saw how beautiful it was with autopilot. Now it will be quite not as pretty as it was, but we're gonna manage. What else? Once again, let's check the fuel, left and right. EGT is okay, fuel flow okay, temperature is great, pressure is great, vacuum green. Our electricity works also fine. We have a little bit, bumpy on the way, as you can see here. We have some turbulence, maybe. It's very hard to understand in the flight simulator. Okay, here we are. So at Hadass we're going to be 1.6 nautical miles with 100 speed. It's supposed to be like a minute. I mean, less. It's supposed to be like 40 seconds, something like that. We're going to measure later on how much it takes, just for fun. So we're still at 3,000 and we need to be 2,600, but it's okay, it's the minimum. And then we're going to turn 180 in a second. Okay, so we need to start turning to 180. I'm going to put as a cursor to the south, 180. Okay, and we're going to start turning. For now, everything looks like I want it to look. We're doing everything manual. We're still quite high, but we have. So we're right now at Hadass turning to 180 and going to Galaga to intermediate fix. And this will be final approach fix, Gurion 074. Okay, we'll have our glide slope as hopefully it's supposed to start working because at BG 074. So 7.4 nautical miles, it's supposed to start working, but we will see. Okay, so we're right now less than 3,000 and we're going south. Everything's look perfect. 1.7 nautical miles. Let's let's see right now. We're 100. Okay, let's start the timer, and we'll see how much is 1.5 nautical miles with a speed 100,
Cessna Hotel
100.
India Zulu, you are 12 miles northeast of Ben Gurion. Contact Ben Gurion Tower on 13 when inbound.
Okay, so we're ready.
Tower on 13.4.6 Cessna Hotel India Zulu.
As you can see, we already prepared our tower because we knew what's gonna be next. Okay, let's go to the tower. Let's contact the
Ben
tower.
Gurion Tower Cessna for X-Ray Hotel India Zulu 11 miles northeast inbound localizer runway 21 approach.
Cessna 4 X-Ray Hotel India Zulu Ben Gurion Tower. QNH 29.79er wind
79er.
235 at 6. Cleared localizer runway 21 approach.
Okay, we're clicked to localize to one approach. We're gonna turn to 204, and you can see 1 minute. So 1.4 nautical miles is 1 minute. Okay, let's turn.
Cleared localizer runway 21 approach Cessna Hotel India Zulu.
Wind intermediate fix. Okay, let's do 2. Okay, we're right now at Llbg. Okay, so we're here and we're gonna start. We're in intermediate fix. Oops, I looked too much. Let's come back. Now we're gonna have a small 8 in our report card, but it's okay. Let's go back. So we need to fly. We overshoot it a little bit. Perfect. So we still need to lose height. Okay. Llbg is supposed to be 2600 and Llbg 2600. We have a second to reach there, and we're gonna start our approach. And you can see our localizer here. Okay, so we can see that we already captured the localizer. 2600, perfect. That's what we're supposed to be. And Llbg 074. That's where we're gonna start our. I'm gonna capture the localizer, as you can see here. Perfect. And 204, and that's what we're going to continue until the end. We're still not there.
Ben Gurion Tower Company Flight 153,
Okay.
12 miles.
So basically, we reach right now
ILS
is the
runway
cross,
21 approach.
and now we just need to. You can see, by the way,
153, Ben Gurion
glide
Tower.
slope became alive,
QNH
but we're not going to use it like that.
29er
We're going to use 500 feet per minute.
Cleared ILS runway 21 approach.
Okay, we're going to use 500 feet per minute, and we're supposed to be at 4 nautical miles. So 4 nautical miles, we're supposed to be at 1500. That's our goal. That's what we're gonna go. We're not gonna look here. We're not gonna look here. We're gonna look here. Okay, and we're gonna try to do it manually. So 500 feet. Here's our 500 feet per minute. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to do 204, and we're supposed to be 1500 on 4 nautical miles. So 2 nautical miles is 1 minute, as we saw, and 1 minute. So we have 15. We can increase because we have like more, so we can do 700 right now. And we need to look here on the localizer. Okay, so I know by looking here that I'm too high from the GPS glide slope, but it's not relevant for me right now because I'm trying to do by measurements of the steps down, as if my glide slope is not working and only the localizer is working. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, once again, I'm going to check all my equipment. If I'm ready, fuel, temp 235 at 6. Okay, clear to land. Hotel India Zulu.
Cleared to land runway 21 Cessna Hotel India Zulu.
Okay, 21. Perfect. So here are 1400, and we're almost on the spot. Perfect. So next one is our MDA 1000, and we're gonna hold the 1000. Okay, so it's not a straight approach as we'd like to be. So ILS approach is what is considered straight in. 1 second, let's go. Let's fill in the 1000 feet. I'm just trying. I'm fighting here. I'm trying. Although right now the cockpit's supposed to be sterile and not talking, just to be my head's supposed to be in the landing procedure. 1000. Okay, so I can get my head out already because I need to see right now at 1000 I'm supposed to have, is this my minimum, so I need to know if I see the runway. If I do see the runway, I can land. So flaps, I cannot do flaps. 110, 110. Okay, 1000 feet, perfect. So now I can visually do as a landing. So what I want to say is the ILS is precise approach, and what we did right now with the localizer is not precise approach. So that's what I wanted to show. 80 knots, another notch of flaps. You can see it here. Hopefully I'll be able to show you right now the flaps. Oh, a plane just flew by. It's only flight simulator, of course. I want to show you the landing. Okay, never mind. Okay, flaps. So you can see beautiful. They're gonna say us go around in a second, I believe. If it still didn't. Okay, no, they're still. But usually, even in flight simulators, they're just gonna say go around. So as you can see here, I'm too low, but you can see one white only, so we need two white. Okay, he went go around.
Company flight 153.
So they went.
Company flight 153. Contact Ben Gurion. Approach on 120.5.
Okay, so basically I need to also prepare right now approach frequency if I'm gonna go around. It's too late, but I was supposed to get my approach frequency ready if I'm gonna go around. So now I'm too high, as you can see.
120.5 for company flight 153.
So I have 4 whites, but it's okay, and because we're on Cessna, so
Turkish
okay.
7668. Go around.
Let's see if we're gonna land and do our beautiful landing like we like to do. Look, another one went around because of us.
Going around Turkish 7668.
Okay, let's go around. No, let's
Turkish
land.
7668. Contact Ben Gurion.
Okay.
Approach on 120.5.
Let's land. Let's do a beautiful landing. Okay, we didn't forget anything. We did all our debrief before it. Okay, and beautiful touchdown. Okay.
120.5 for Turkish 7668.
Perfect.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu turn next taxiway.
So this was localizer. As you saw, we didn't do the glide slope. I'm trying to do all the scenarios as if because ILS is quite easy. You just need to do the cross, hold it, and do everything. But as you can see, what we missed, for example, in this scenario, I cannot exit here. As you see, what we mix in this scenario is the way. 1 second, I just need to. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu exit runway when able.
That's the exit runway. No. Okay. So. Okay, so we have here our map. So I'm trying to see where I'll be able to exit. I think on the next one I'll be able to exit. Here's a great exit spot to the right. So I'll be able to exit soon. I wanted to show all the different parameters of simulation because
Cessna Hotel India Zulu turn next taxiway.
Yeah, I'm turning on the yellow line, straight on the lines. Hopefully straight on the lines. I have pedals here.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu, contact ground on 129.2.
Okay, 129.2.
Going to 129.2 Cessna Hotel India Zulu.
We had to prepare 2 frequencies. One is ground and one is for go round, something that we didn't do. But you're supposed to do it, of course, because you need to do one step before everything is gonna happen. Okay, let's see where it's gonna send us to.
Ben Gurion ground Cessna for X-Ray Hotel India Zulu. Request taxi to the gate.
Cessna 4 X-Ray Hotel India Zulu taxi to gate 1 via taxiway Alpha cross runway 30 Alpha Foxtrot Delta.
Let's see. I think the gates are here, so let's cross them. So I have, even with my map, I can understand. I got permissions to cross 30. Let's.
Cessna Hotel India Zulu, please acknowledge.
Okay. Let's see if I got the
Taxi
clearance.
to gate 1 using taxiway Alpha cross runway 30 Alpha Foxtrot Delta Cessna Hotel India Zulu.
So I got the clearance to cross the runway, but in real life, you always need to double check that you really don't have clearance, because you need to do you're an active runway, clear on the left, clear on the right, perfect. But you need, of course, needs to check. So it's one of the most important things, because once you landed, you think you're not flying anymore, but you have so many still rules to do it. Okay, and I was mentioned to go, who remembers? I was mentioned to go to Alpha Foxtrot Delta. And do we have any parameters here that I'll be able to see something? It's Charlie. So I'm guessing I need to go here. Okay. So I'm just guessing right now because I don't have any visual cues here. I don't know why, unfortunately, but it looks like I'm doing correct, because you can see here are the gates. Of course, Cessna not supposed to do the gates, but we're having fun in our simulation. What else? Flaps up after landing. Okay. Checking the pitot is turned off. There's like a small checklist that you need to do once you landed, of course. Let's see. And let's see where we're going to arrive. I'm going to speed it up, of course. So here are the gates. Where to go from here, I have no idea. But just having fun and riding along. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this landing. And as you remember, I asked you a question: what is better to do, VFR or IFR? So VFR, of course, it's much more something that we're more accustomed to. Nevertheless, IFR, because it's written all the stages, you just need to go stage by stage. So IFR is much easier versus the VFR condition, because you don't have actually any surprises. If you're on the guidelines and doing all the rules, you'll be quite fine and you're gonna land. And once again, we're talking about simulation. I'm still in my study of learning IFR. That's why I'm doing all these tutorials, because while I'm showing you what I'm doing, I also try and be comfortable with IFR. Also, from all the stories, flying in a cloud and not seeing anything, it's just quite not settling, let's say it like that. Okay, so strobe we're gonna remove. We were supposed to, in the taxi I was supposed to remove everything but navigation, taxi lights, landing lights, beacon we're gonna leave. Okay, make sure it's off. Avionics, and that's it. Until the next time.